Hello to you, oh my Mitrandil and Bhratrandil. So today's good news is that first of all, I have got a new job. Secondly, I tried my new gloves and I had a basically I've got blisters on my hand now because I used it too hard and it's too tight. Third good news is that I've got one more job interview which is going on for the second round and third round tomorrow and on Friday. So I've got another chance. I've got a chance of getting a second job. And so I've got one more job interview tomorrow, which is a first round interview, which does not seem very good. But overall, good news is I've got a job in Reading. So I might be moving to Reading if I don't get another job this week. And so let's talk about this. And what are the other good news? Other good news is that today I won 2 trades on Sabio Forex account of $10 each. So it's $20 account, $20, and it was through a simple M pattern. And I've also placed another trade today, and if it works well, I'll get $100 on the stock trading account. And another good news is after a long break of hay fever for the whole week last week, today I was able to run a 1 mile without any problems. And then I was also able to do my leg workout. So I finished my leg workout, deadlift, squats, and all the leg exercises. And I wanted to show you the blister that I've got on my hand with my new gloves. So these are too tight. So the blister that I got is here. So those calluses are now actually opened. So the skin inside is almost like a very sensitive skin. It's very much like it's not like really real skin. It's like a very pink kind of skin. So it kind of burns when you use the gloves again. So the advice for all people: never buy tight gloves. If your hand is size L, buy gloves of XL size. If your hand is medium size, always buy one size large for your gloves. Otherwise you'll get those blisters. So I already had the calluses, and now I've got those calluses have been pushed apart because the gloves are too tight. And when I was doing my deadlifts, so when you do your deadlifts, you have to hold your bar very tight. If it's very loose, if you just pull it with your fingers, then there will be friction inside your hand. So you should not allow the friction to happen inside. So you should hold it tight, hold the bar tight so that the bar does not move inside your hand. So that's the advice for people who want to buy new gloves. And what is the other news? So I have not been able to come to the gym for the whole week last week because I had a terrible case of hay fever, and the new weather is making me sick because of all the pollen. And for the whole of last week, the pollen count was very high. Even today, the grass pollen. I keep checking the pollen every day, and I see that grass pollen is what really makes me sick. And the other pollen, which is tree pollen, and I think the other one is ragweed. Tree and ragweed don't really affect me much. Tree can affect me much, but tree was low, and grass pollen is very high. So even today, I think the summertime grass pollen becomes very high. And so what happened in the last week? I had almost 5 interviews in the last week, and one was Preservica. Preservica interview was the first interview last week, which was done by 2 people who were quite interesting, who asked me very interesting, simple, easy questions about Java, like what is Java, auto-wired, and all those things. and just simple idea about why do you like Java, or what do you think is a disadvantage of Java. And these were two people from Oxford, and so I think they have some much more interesting views about Java, or I mean everything. So people in Oxford are much more intelligent, so they will not bug you with very technical questions. But some of the questions I could not really answer very well was auto-wired. Why do you need dependency injection? So that one thing I learned from this interview, which was basically to decouple your dependencies from your application. So you are basically trying to decouple your application and your dependencies. So let your program decide, let your framework decide how to auto-wire the dependencies. That's what auto-wiring means. So apart from that, what are the questions I could not answer? They didn't ask me very difficult questions, so that first round interview was very easy for Preservica. And the other interview was, which I didn't mention, was for the workshop, which is based in Reading, for which I've got the job today. And the workshop first round interview was very, very long, almost 2 hours. So for almost an hour, they kind of kept grilling me about what I do in my daily routine in my work, and also what kind of so yeah, and also they asked me a lot of questions about Java, like what is auto-wired, again same questions. What are the different visibility of your visibilities, like public, protected, private, default, and things like that. Yeah, so and Java, they also gave me a test, a coding test. The workshop, they gave me a coding test, which I did very fast. It was very easy. It was like checking the palindrome, whether you check whether a single string is a palindrome or not. So I used a string builder to reverse the string and check whether the original is equal to the reversed one. And then they asked me to write tests for it, so I directly wrote the tests. So luckily I was basically practicing all these things on my local machine, and I asked ChatGPT to give me some simple test cases, and I was able to set up these test cases on a simple project. And so always do the basics. Always, it will always help you for your coding interviews. If you have a question about, if you want to prepare about for a coding interview, just go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give you a simple use case example of this. For example, unit test. Give me a simple use case of a unit test, or give me a simple use case of this design pattern. So the other question they asked me was, all of them were asking me about design pattern. So they asked me about, even Preservica asked me about design pattern. I said singleton, builder, and things like that. And even the workshop asked me about the design patterns. So I replied to them about design patterns and what's the purpose of design patterns. It is to basically solve a long existing problem, which it's a solution for an everyday occurring problem, and design patterns are useful for that. And what else did they ask me? They asked me some questions about what do your friends think about you. For example, the people at workshop, they asked me, what do your friends think about you? And I said that I'm a very pleasant guy to be around with, and I'm a happy-go-lucky kind of person. And so that's what they told me, what I asked them, what I told them. And so some more information about the workshop is that it's a gaming company, and it's not a gaming company, but they make arcade games for gambling. So that would be interesting. I can get into the world of gaming. Gaming is obviously always interesting, and I can learn some Java programs through which I can design gaming, and so very interesting. And this company has around 700 employees, and Preservica has around I think 100 maybe employees, 100 plus. Yeah, apart from that, I had almost 5 interviews last week, and I don't remember which ones they were. What were the interviews last week? Uh, Preservica, and then I think I had an interview with yeah, so last week I was recovering a lot from my hay fever, and now I'm completely fine. I feel that's why I came to the gym today, and I think I will not be probably living in this city for a long time. I'll probably be gone in less than a month from now. So today is 17th of July or 18th, and I think I will be gone by 11th of I think I can join the new job at on the 11th or something if they ask me. So yeah, I will join them maybe the 11th, or maybe I'll give them a 1 week break and then join them on the next week. So I'll also have some time for looking for a new job and looking for a new house in Reading, and I'll be moving to Reading. And if I don't get the job in Oxford, I don't know. If I get more salary in Oxford, I'll go to Oxford. If not, I'll go to Reading. So simple. So Reading is a good city, and it's very close to London. I think Reading is in Berkshire. Berkshire is a very nice part of the England, nice part of the country, and Reading is also known to be a very good city, very close to London. So yeah, not very far. So apart from that, what's the other news? My Sabi account, one of the stock account, is down $600. So if I win the $100 today, I will be down $500. So that's good. So I came up with a strategy on how I can go up 3% every month. So the strategy for a day trader, should be having a 3% increase in his account every month. So that would be the best scenario to make a living out of trading. So 3% would be $150 per day in a 100k account, and if I can achieve 3% per month, I can easily live off my trading. So 3% of 100,000 is I think close to 3,000. Yeah, 3,000. So if I can make 3,000, if I do $150 every day, it would be 3,000 every month, and that would be enough for me to make a living. And the other, for the forex account also, I need to raise my, so that one is down around $30 now, I think 35, because today I won $20. So I have to go home now and check what my account now, what's happened to my trade which I placed. And with regards to my work is going well. I have put some, yeah, I have to submit some work, and I've already finished almost the entire work, and I just have to add some small changes tomorrow, and I will be ready to submit my work. And after that, I will be going back. What else can I say about the other things? I have to start looking at places to move to in Reading, and I'll also have to probably try to come to the gym as much as possible, and end this gym membership in this gym, and I can say goodbye to West Midlands forever, hopefully. And after that, what else is the news? So what else can I say about So what else can I say about this? Yeah, at home I was watching a lot of To Catch a Predator over the last whole week, and it was quite interesting. TCAP Recap. It's a YouTube channel, and that guy actually gives a very good commentary on all the TCAP episodes. And I was watching those. That was really funny. And apart from that, I've also been looking at. So tomorrow I've got another round, the second round of my Preservica interview. They're going to give me a 3-hour test, and in that 3-hour test, it will be between 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I could even finish it before 3 hours, maybe in 1.5 hours. So it will be a test where there will be a student registration application. I have to use my brains and come up with an idea on what I'm going to achieve, how I'm going to achieve certain steps in the application, certain stages in building the application. And so that's the news about Preservica. And on Friday I've got the third round of interview where they're going to discuss about my test that I took today. And in that round, I think they will also, once that is done, they will probably also have a HR interview. I think in the HR interview they're going to give me the final result of whether I'm a good fit, or if I'll be able to join the company or not. So that will be the final result of that. And apart from Preservica, I will be so for both the companies I should be able to get so Preservica seems like a very long process of job interviews. And from Glassdoor I actually looked up some information about their interviews, and a lot of people said that they had many rounds of interviews, but in the end they got rejected. So I think that I will be aware of that situation if that happens, so I won't be disappointed if they do that. And it's good to know from Glassdoor what I can expect. Once that is done, I will also have to if I go to I'll also have to go to Reading on Thursday evening at 4:30 to meet the people at the new workplace, and these people are based in Reading, so I'll probably take the car and go to Reading. It's a 2-hour drive. I'll go straight to Reading and come back once I go there, I'll probably be back around 10 p.m. or something. So 2 hours is not a bad thing. 109 miles, pretty good. And I think my car can handle it. I've been many times to London with this car. It's a pretty old car from 2007, but I can still, in the last servicing, this Mr. Tire was actually ripped me off of $600 and replaced a lot of stuff in the car, so probably it's in a good condition now. But I was so pissed off, and that's the main reason I started my Sabio account, because I was so angry that I wanted to take revenge and I wanted to get back at it. So in terms of my investing account, it's not bad at the moment. It's Alibaba and Google Cloud. Alibaba and Giga Cloud Technology are two stocks that I bought from Chinese origins, and they are not doing very well at all. I hope that the China thing starts to become better, because the American stocks are much better than, so far from my experience. Be very careful before you buy Chinese stocks, because a lot of investors have bought Alibaba and they are stuck in this limbo where it goes nowhere. It goes down and down, and it's just stuck at $70 for the last 2 years. And in order for Alibaba to go back to, let's say, $150 or $200, I think the whole world has to change. The world's economic situation has to change. Russian the war has to stop, and once the war is stopped, I think they will be lifting all these regulations on Chinese stocks, and people will be more confident and they will start buying Chinese stocks. So I hope that that will be the fix for my Chinese stock issues. And luckily I have a long-term approach to things, so I always look at the long term. So I'm not really bothered that Alibaba is down now. It's actually 20% down from what I bought it. And also another stock that I bought from China, again it went down 10%. So that's a problem with the investing world right now. The Chinese companies are getting really pummeled. And with that, I will now end my talk because I see some creeps sitting and watching in the van just near me, RSE van, and some asshole has been sitting in the van and staring at me like a creep. All these predators. So with that, now I will end my talk, and it's a good day. I've been working very hard for the whole week last week, and it's not been very. I've completely lost kind of track of my life because I've not been coming to the gym, and my health is also not that good. So I'm talking a lot of shit today. I don't even know where my life is going. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I don't. But today I got a good news, so very much relieved. So it's just the beginning of a new life. So I'm pretty happy. But at the same time, it's 3 days in the office, so we have to deal with all these office people. And once that is done, I will be. But not to worry. I will be able to find another job if I don't like people at the office or if I get fired. So now I'm confident that. So regarding my job application process, I've applied to almost 690 jobs now, so it's close to 700 jobs, and out of those I probably got like almost 15 interviews, and 15 interviews from 700 jobs is not, and finally one job offer so it's not a bad thing at all, because to get a good job offer like this with 700 job interviews, I think I got this in around 500 job applications. So I should not be counting the last 200 because I only applied the last 200 in the last 2 days. But anyway, it's a good statistic, 500 jobs for a good job at a good salary. So if you apply to maybe 2,000 jobs, you might get a job of a higher salary. I also forgot to mention that I had an interview with Capsa AI, an AI company where it's about private equity investing company where they provide AI services to private equity companies, and they had almost 9 billion funding or something, and they've got so much money, and they were looking for people to hire in Python. And so I had to tell them that I know Python and I know all these AI and all those things, but he didn't really believe me. He asked me what's my primary language which I work in, and I said it's Java. So he was a bit disappointed, and he seemed to be kind of a bit behaving a bit like a gay, and saying that I'm also a mechanical engineer, and kind of trying to connect with me like on a personal level, which is not very appropriate. And I think he's from London. So that's the third interview that I had last week was Capsa AI. So Capsa AI is an AI company. They mainly work with Python and React and Fast API and all those Python things. So that interview I had last week, and they didn't really ask me very technical questions. It was the initial discovery call. So the guy was like a shaved head and ginger. I think he's Scottish or something. He did his bachelor's in Strathclyde University, so he must be Scottish. And he had that ginger mustache and his shaved head. So yeah, he had a slightly Scottish accent. So I assume that he's Scottish. So he actually asked me very general questions, not really technical questions. And it was a discovery call, so I got the rejection on Sunday. And apart from that, I was looking at the news in India at the moment, and there's in my local area there's a big scandal about this movie actor who's killed killed some common man for some issue about commenting about his girlfriend on online and stuff like that. So that was pretty disgusting to see on the TV, and it's become a big news now. And that's the local news in my area. Yeah, CAPSE I was in one interview, Preservica, and technical interview with the workshop. So 3 days of interviews. What else? 3 interviews. I think I did have one more interview last week. I can't remember. What was it? Yeah, so I will talk about it next week. I will end my talk today. I don't know. I have still a lot of stuff to talk about. But unfortunately, yeah, I'll go back home now and look at my trade. What happened? It was supposed to be a very short trade, and I was already going to get like a profit. It was in the next maybe 15 minutes I would have gone into the green. So, and my stop loss, my take profit was around 100. So 100, I don't think it will reach very fast. I think maybe it should be in the 50 range now. And if it's 50, then I'll probably take the profit. But yeah, my daily target is around 150, so I have to learn to get 150 every day. So with that, I will probably end my talk now. And the creep is watching me still, and I will probably end my talk now and talk to you tomorrow.